evening, everyone, and welcome to the second Tuesday Hypnosis Group. Tonight's speaker, Paul Wong, is coming to us from India. Paul Wong is the founder of Chinese Energetics, a consciousness shifting program based on working with thousands of people globally. His personal experiences of practicing various energy healing modalities has helped him develop to his heart wisdom process. It works with everyone to help improving physical health. Please join us in welcoming Paul Wong in resolving chronic dental suffering. Thank you, Paul Wong. And thank you all for coming and joining us tonight from all over the world.
Yeah, I was actually trying to do the talk at the balcony, but I couldn't. I don't think my Wi-Fi will go out there with my laptop. I was trying to do it on my iPad, but that wasn't. You guys weren't hearing the audio because you could see the view of the mountain here. The mountain here is very. It's people from around the world come here. This is a meditative community. People from all around the world come here for meditation, for seeking their enlightenment. They actually say that this mountain is a physical incarnation of Shiva. So Shiva is, from Sanskrit, people might think of it as a god, but it actually means inner light. So, so here is a place for people to meditate, to connect to their inner light. So this is a community of people from all around the world. A lot of Europeans come here. Some from America come here, and I think there's usually a few thousand people here from around the world. But I think there's just a few of us, like maybe over 100. That's here. That's still here because they're not letting tourists come in for now. So I'm just happy to be here and. Of course, I miss some folks back at home, but it's been good, So yeah, I want to share with you, just I always like to come up and create new content of how I apply the work that I do. So the body of work that I do is called the Heart Wisdom Process, and today I want to talk about just people that are dealing with chronic dental pain, dental suffering, and I'll be doing some demonstrations with people and giving you some tips of how to do it if you have pain or sensitivities or issues that you've just been dealing with for a while. Some people just don't like going to the dentist or have fears or traumas about that, so we could address that. Excuse me for a second. Got a little bit of runny nose this morning. So, okay, I will do a quick, just a quick, like few slides. I don't like to do too many slides, but I want to just do a few slides so that people could kind of get a sense of where we're going. And then I'll just go into the demonstrations. Most of my talks are really practical and experiential. So I think I could share, right, Don?
Yes. So
Okay.
maybe I need to make you also a co-host. Or make it a co-host. I'm sorry. I'm going to make you a host, but give me back the host after you get done with showing the slides, okay?
Oh, okay. All right, you might have to walk me through how to do that. All right.
Okay, well, just click on the little blue square up at the top there. I'll make you a host.
Okay. Am I the host now?
You're the host now. Yeah.
All right, so I'll just share my slide here. Okay, so all right, so yeah, so I'm just gonna cover this topic today, and some of you might be dealing with any of these issues. Some of you might have it for a long time. sensitivity is a big deal. I would just say that with some of the practices I've been doing, there was one time that I had sensitivities. It was bothering me for a long time. But I was in India for like 2 or 3 months. I didn't want to go for a dentist here. So, but using these practices, I could release what's underneath the sensitivity, under the pain. And then when I did go back and had the dentist work on my cavities, it was like, dentist said, you should have been here like 6 months ago. But I wasn't in that much pain. Okay. So, so you could use these to just give yourself a lot of relief, or for some people, you might even be able to get to some of the root causes of why you have your pain. Okay, and some of you, like I said a few minutes ago, you might just have fears or traumas with dental or medical visits. Okay, so all right, so when we have suffering, right? Some of you can have issues, just it may come and go. Okay, it could be triggered by anything in life. Okay, it could be some life situation, traumas, or emotions. Some food might trigger your dental issues, smell, news, others. Okay, it could be any of these things that could trigger your sensitivities. Okay, so for those that are not familiar with my work, I am the author of the Heart Wisdom Process, and it's really about a lot of self-work, self-reflection, and doing self-healing. A lot of it is on your observations, nature, and a lot of it based on the East. Of course, I also have a hypnotherapy background, trained in about 25 years ago. It's been a while ago. And just observations of my own experiences, relationships, things that didn't go well, and clients over the years. So this is how I came up with the Heart Wisdom Process. Okay, so one thing that's important to know, when you're doing this work, and some of you probably seen this because this is for everybody. And with the techniques you use, you got surface issues. Surface issues is your pain, your ache, right? And if we're talking about dental issues, it's your aches, that sharp pain, or whatever you're feeling, that tension. Okay, those are your symptoms. Those are your surface issues. Okay, and surface issues represent going to deeper issues, deeper programming, deeper suffering. Okay, it's your conditioning, and then you want to get to the deepest programming. So I'll give you some examples of some of the deepest programmings. Okay, so just know that our body is holding all the memories, all the experiences in our cells and our DNA, and it starts at birth, and it's recording every single moment. So your body is the hard drive that holds everything. It also holds all your parents' experiences, your ancestors' DNA, your cells, and all the culture and the collective is also stored in your body. So when you have pain symptoms, and in this case we're talking about dental issues, it is held in different parts of the body. And in the email that was sent out, a lot of dental issues are held in the lower regions of the body, your gut and other areas. Okay, so if you're working with people, for some people that are practitioners here, if you start to work with lower body issues, then it can address the upper body issues like headaches, TMJ, any type of mouth dental related type of pains. Okay, so this is some examples of the specific experiences when I work with people, and they come to me with a headache or come to me with dental pains. Specific experiences are experiences that you may have either forgotten or it's an experience that's in your cells and your DNA from your parents or your ancestors. And for some people that do past life work here, it could be also from those other lifetimes. Okay, so these are things that your body is giving you a signal, your mouth or your gums or whatever, your jaw is giving you a signal to address unresolved issues that needs to be processed and needs to be released and be let go from the body. And if you could do that, then the pain can significantly decrease or could be even resolved. So some of these unresolved issues, right? They can be childhood stuff that you're just not aware of, you've forgotten about, because we live in a very avoidance type of a culture, and to not deal with things, okay, which is as soon as we have some pain, we would take some Tylenol or take a pill or eat food or play video games, do something to distract ourselves from processing and feeling pain. So part of a lot of the work that I've been doing is especially if you are a meditator, being in meditation, all of your unconscious stuff comes to the surface during meditation. So you actually have to be present to it and process it. Just observe it and let it go, instead of avoiding it or distracting yourself to not feel it. So this is what I'm talking about is part of the technique that if you use it, let's be present to it, observe it, let it go. Eckhart Tolle talks a lot about this. Okay, so if you could do this and apply this for yourself, for your clients, then you can get to the roots. And the suffering is like a crying child that just needs some attention. And if you could acknowledge it and give it the attention that it needed, then it could just release and be free from your system permanently. If you don't, then it's like the subconscious gives you some pain, but you ignore it and you don't deal with it. It goes back to the unconscious to be processed later. And unresolved issues also create other beliefs in life that causes you self-sabotage, relationship problems, other pain, chronic issues, and one of them is dental issues. Okay, so when you are having releases, what generally happens is that your body will have a release. People can notice physical and emotional releases like yawning. Some people might feel tired. Tears could come out. Okay, other type of pain symptoms, this unconscious emotions that you're not aware of can come out. Some people can experience survival type of issues that they've forgotten, they're not aware of, that's being played out in their unconscious automatically. Okay, so the idea is that you are shining the light on what's unconscious. And when you shine the light on it, it can be released from the system. Okay, so what happened is that when you're detoxing, when you're releasing, you are learning key life lessons. For some people, I would say the biggest one is all of us will all have a greater capacity to love. Every trigger, every pain, my experience, and some of my clients, it's teaching them how to love at a greater capacity. Because when we suffer, we start to have less and less love. But this work is about having more and more love in your life. That means, for some people, it means forgiveness. Some means acceptance. Some life lessons. For some people, they're not very good at boundaries. Okay, they need to have better, healthy boundaries. They need to have better, healthy expressions. So pain teaches us to live life with more harmony, more with nature than what they're doing before, which is when we're suffering, we're living life out of balance with nature. We're not living naturally anymore. So that's some of the key points I want to point this out when we're dealing with pain and what the direction we want to move towards. So these are the lessons that we want to move toward. Okay, so when we're doing the heart wisdom process, very simple. If you're doing it on your own, this is just the basics that you could, if you are looking at the recording later, you put your hand on your heart, you find your breath, and if you have a pain or a feeling sensation, you just set your intention to dissolve it, and set intention to dissolve it and let it go, and then the next thought or feeling might come up. So the advice is that when uncomfortable feelings come up, use it as practice. Be mindful and use it, and stay with those feelings. Obviously, if it's in terrible pain and it's an emergency, you have to go see a doctor. Fine, go see a doctor. But if you had a choice to play video games or eat food or distract yourself, do this first if possible, before you do other things. Okay. So the idea is this: putting your hand on your heart and breathing or following your breath is to stay with those uncomfortable feelings, being present, noticing those feelings because it's trying to give you a signal that you might not have dealt with certain things that you never just wanted to deal with. Okay. And you're triggered by life, triggered by something. So if you can process the trigger, there's a good chance you could get some really deep insights about life, why you're stuck, why you're unhappy, why you have pain. And then you can have the potential to resolve something that's really deep. That's why you want to do it. If you distract yourself, you're going to have to deal with it later. Okay, that's just kind of how life is, what I noticed. So this is one part of the technique. The other part of the technique, now I'm just talking about it as an overview, and then we can see how it works. I just simplified the heart wisdom process. It's actually much more deeper, but for people that are joining us the first time, there's what I call inner wound technique. You touch the wound, okay? So basic human suffering is really about not safe, and not safe is really about survival. We're also constantly trying to survive. Passed on from ancestors, a collective, and not loved, okay? Whenever we have these things, especially a child, when they don't feel love, it threatens their survival and so on. And as adults, we can get triggered because we are still playing the automatic conditioning of a child that we're not conscious of oftentimes. Okay, when somebody doesn't give you what you want, when your expectations are not met, we could have some not nice behaviors that could come out. Okay, so when we get to the deeper parts, you start with the surface issues, then you could start by how to do this is just using your intention, your breath, and to touch these areas that's not feeling safe for the child or not feeling loved, and following your breath, let it go. Okay. So, and then the reprogramming part is once you start releasing it, you want to reprogram your body. Okay. Now this is a modification of the original heart wisdom process. I use who am I, but then that requires a bit more teaching and explanation that I don't have the time to do. Then you could just reprogram your body and just say, what if I can let go of this? What if I can trust more? Like, what if I can let go of not feeling safe or not feeling loved? And then just use this to reprogram the part of your body. But when you're saying this, you're actually following your breath. That's the key. If you don't use your breath, it doesn't reprogram your body. The idea is to reprogram our body's automatic conditioning, automatic responses. Okay, so With that being said, I just we could start. I'll go back and we'll pick some. I'll do some one-on-ones with people, and then I will probably do a group here do for everybody that have teeth type of issues. So does anybody have does anybody have the like any chronic dental pain or dental issues?
Yes, Shelley.
Shelly? Okay. So hi. Okay, just briefly describe, and I'll work. I'll demonstrate the process with you.
All right. I had an implant in one of my lower tooth.
Yeah.
And it's good. Everything is good. And I have to put a crown, but I'm postponing it because I'm so scared. And somehow, while waiting to go to the dentist, I started to have pain in the back, which is
Yeah.
it's not exactly it's close to, but I checked it. I checked it with the doctor. There's no problem actually. It's just the lymph nodes that are a little bit sensitive. So
Okay.
it feels to me that I developed this so I can postpone more what I'm afraid to go and do the crown.
Okay. So, okay, do you have pain right now?
If I touch it, let me see.
Do you have pain, or is it more of a psychological response?
No, it's physical pain. When I touch
Okay.
it, it's actually painful.
Okay. Okay. So, just know that I will do some demonstrations to give you some relief, but it may not go all the way down to zero, because it it could take me like a whole hour sometimes to, if the person's pain is really high, to get it all the way to like a low number. Okay. So, um, okay, I'll just work with you right now. I don't know, you disappeared from the screen, Shelly. Are you still there?
Yes, I'm still here.
Oh, okay. All right. So for everyone that's have something similar, you could just follow along. Okay. You can put your hand on your heart and follow your breath. Okay. And okay. So okay. So set an intention to start like following your breath, and set an intention to start letting go of any type of subconscious fears. Okay. So once you do that, just follow your breath and connect it. Be aware of your heart and think about. You don't have to think actually, and just follow your breath to set an intention to let go of any type of subconscious fears. And also let go of subconscious worries. Okay. And anything about like not trusting. Okay. Now this is subconsciously, it could be not trusting. It could be from your childhood. It could be your parents. So we're not going to have to. We don't have to go to specifics, but let go of not trusting. Okay, and follow your breath and set the intention. And anything about not trusting, not trusting life, and follow your breath. Okay, and now anything about not feeling safe. How's that feeling now, Shelly?
Once you say not feeling safe, I felt very emotional. And I felt also a relief. And I felt before twice, I felt like a shift.
Okay, good.
So that was the third one, and it's more emotional.
Okay, so emotional, right? Again, whatever that the technique is, whatever that comes up, you apply the same technique. Okay, so what if you're feeling emotional? If you don't know the name of the emotions, it doesn't matter. You could just follow your breath to set the intention to dissolve the emotion. If you know, if it feels like grief, then set the intention to dissolve grief. If it feels like sadness, set the intention to dissolve sadness. Whatever the emotion that you're feeling, then set the intention and follow your breath to dissolve and to let it go. And do that and notice how that feels. And if you had to rate it from a 0 to 10, 0 is no pain, 10 is the highest. I forgot to ask you what you started with.
Okay, so let me see. I think when I touched it, it was on, I would say 8. So let me try again now. It's the same. I feel the same pain.
But you felt some shifting as you were describing it to us, right?
Yes, I did. I did felt shifting at least 3 times. But as far as touching the pain feels the same intensity like in the beginning.
Okay. So now what I want you to do, and what you can do is by intention, I want you to kind of just touch like psychological wounds that you're not conscious of. Just by intention, touch it, like touch anything about not safe, and just touch it and feel it and breathe. Okay?
I just want to understand. I touched the pain
No,
physically.
not with your hands. Touch it. Think about touching it with your heart. Okay? Just by your intention. Touch it with your heart, and then follow your breath. Okay. Touch anything that you're not conscious of, like maybe it could be childhood or whatever experiences, and then follow your breath and set the intention to let that go. Touch anything from earlier life about not feeling safe, okay, and set your intention because we want to connect to the heart so the heart can process it and let it go. And then follow your breath again. And anything unconscious response or earlier life about not trusting, follow your breath and let that go too. So now I want you to just set the intention and just ask the question to your body. No, getting an answer is not important, but by asking the question, it starts to reprogram your body's responses. So just say to your body and say, what if I can trust more and let this go? Okay? And say it just and follow your breath. It's not necessarily to try to get anything from the question or just saying it to actually doing the reprogramming and follow your breath and notice what happens. What if I could trust more? What if I could trust life more? What if I could trust the universe more to let those feelings of not feeling safe, not feeling loved, let those unconscious responses go. Okay, and then follow your breath. So the breath part is very important because it helps you reprogram. Okay, so notice how that feels now.
I feel much more relaxed, and I feel a lot of shifting going on inside
Okay,
my body.
good, good. I want you to just, this is a variation of what we're doing, is to have deeper trust and have deeper faith. Okay, so when when we're growing up, when we're not feeling safe, when our parents didn't do something for us, or some people actually have been badly traumatized, based on some of the things we talked about, then it's the body is programmed or conditioned that way. So I want you to just ask a slightly different variation, meaning the same thing. Just say to your body, what if I can have deeper trust? What if I can have deeper faith to let this go, not trusting go, or not feeling safe go, and follow your breath. Okay, and now notice how you feel now.
I feel like more out of like it's the intensity of the energy that goes through me.
Okay. Hey, Don, I'm going to give the control back to you because I don't know how to kind of pay attention to.
That would be great. Yeah.
Because I hear some background noise, but I
Yeah,
don't know.
I was kind of waiting for a time to to ask you.
Okay,
just
how
come
do I
over
share it
there.
back with you again?
Yeah, just come over and there's a little blue square in the upper right-hand corner of me and just say, make me the host.
Make you the host? Okay.
Yeah, there's you go into the corner there and it says, up in the corner, it says mute and it says, there's little dots. Click on those little dots.
Oh, and I did a gallery view and I should give it the control back to you. The blue dot, right? That you say
Right.
to.
And it should say, should be able to make me the host.
Not letting me. Wait, let me see.
Sorry, folks.
Okay, so I said make host. Okay, make host.
Yeah.
No, I have to find you before I can make you host, I think. Okay, now I think I found you. The dot's not there anymore.
Well, then I should.
Oh wait, I think I found it now.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Now you're the host, right?
Yes. Great. Thank
All
you.
right. Thanks for everybody for your patience.
Yes, thank you.
Okay. So let me do. Does anybody have any sensitivities? If there's somebody with sensitivities, I could do a sensitivity demonstration using the same process. And whoever that raises their hand, not everybody at once.
I have, this is Joyce.
Oh, hey, Joyce, how are you? Good to see you.
How are you?
I'm pretty good.
I have to go in Monday or Tuesday for a root canal. So I'm not in any pain, but it is sensitive.
Okay. All right. So we're going to do the same process for sensitivity. Okay. So let's say 0, you're feeling good. 10 is the most sensitive, uncomfortable. What are you right now?
Right now, it's maybe only a 2 or 3.
Okay. So let's work on sensitivity. For anybody else who have sensitivity issues, then it could be just sensitive to anything. Just follow along the process, and you'll get the benefits as well as I work with one person. So put your hand in your heart. Okay, and follow your breath. And whatever that I'm describing, just set the intention to let that go. So generally, again, we're getting down to core human issues, not safe, not loved. But sometimes our ego, our body won't let us go there right away, just because the ego, the body sometimes doesn't feel safe, isn't ready to trust, isn't ready to let go. So we have to guide it basically. So okay, so we could actually work on that safe. Okay, just follow your breath to start letting go. Set the intention to let go of anything unconscious that's not safe. Okay. And how am I doing this? Like if you are doing some deeper work or trainings with me, I would just show you. We're doing intuitive or muscle testing. Some people are familiar with the term muscle testing. So if you know how to do muscle testing, then you just basically ask the person, their body, to give you the response. See, we're in Zoom right now, and we're in thousands of miles away, and I'm just asking Joyce to give me unconscious information about what's causing her to be stuck. Okay, and I've been actually doing Skype sessions with people from even from 10 years ago. Now, because of COVID, everybody's going online and finally doing remote. It's developing people's side of working remotely. But we're all connected. That's why we can sense information about everybody else. Okay, so so from earlier life, there are experiences about not feeling safe, and you don't have to. I mean, even you can intuit very specific information. I don't necessarily do it unless it's needed. So I just say yes, earlier life, and her unconscious, her body will know what to do. So set the intention to dissolve anything that's not safe, and follow your breath to let it go. Anything, any type of fears, okay? Fears, not able to survive. Okay, and follow your breath to let that go.
Well, there was a question about how do you follow your breath? Do you give a little explanation of that? Maybe that might help some people.
Yeah, sure, of course. So follow your breath, very simple. You put your hand in your heart, you pay attention to your heart, okay? You just pay attention to the rhythm. And then you set the intention. The intention is the most important part. It's breath plus intention. The intention is to dissolve, not love, not safe. I'm trying to keep it really simple. I think on one of the slides, I had like 9 different patterns, but just use these 2 for now, because people are not familiar with my work. We're keeping it simple. Not safe, not loved. Core human suffering, okay? So everybody's trying to have more love. Everybody wants to have more safety. Everything else is just a manifestation. Other issues in life is just a manifestation of these two issues. Make it really simple. Not safe, not loved. Okay, so just follow your breath and set the intention. Intention is to let go, dissolve. Okay, so do also set the intention, let go. When we have suffering, right, we start to not trust life also. So set the intention to let go of not trusting and follow your breath. And now we're gonna do the reprogramming step. Okay, the reprogramming step is the step where you just say, what if I let this go? What if I let go of not safe? What if I let go of not feeling loved? So do it for not safe, okay? So say it to your body. The key is follow your breath. Say it with the intention, what if I let this earlier life experience or earlier this child's experience and not feeling safe go? What if I let it go and follow your breath? What if I trust more and let it go? Follow your breath. Okay? So how's your sensitivity now, Joyce?
Well, I was rocking back and forth, which is a very telling sign. And I was seeing a lot of colors moving through my brain, and
Okay, good.
my solar plexus seemed to release down from there, down through the ground.
Okay, good. This is a very good sign because in the beginning of the call, I talked about lower body issues. The solar plexus had a response. So
Yeah.
do a little bit more work on the solar plexus
Okay.
and follow your breath for your, like, connect just by intention. Connect your breath to the solar plexus and do more about letting go of not feeling safe for your solar plexus
Thank you so much.
and not trusting in the solar plexus. Okay, let go of that. Follow your breath, and now do the reprogramming stuff. What if tell your solar plexus? We're reprogramming the solar plexus. What if I can trust more? What if I can have more faith? What if I can trust that I'm protected or I'm, like the life or the divine has my back? Something along those lines. Okay.
Okay.
So follow your breath and do that. Okay, now notice how you feel.
I feel like I can cope with it easier and continue to work on it without being in fear.
All right, good. Good. So keep using this. And if it's like, I listen to people's words as well, coping, okay? Like coping is connected to not safe, okay?
Right.
Okay. So again, if you still have some resistance there, then you just do, what if I can trust more? What if I can let go of this fear of not being able to cope? Kind of like, what's like the issue and what if I let it go? What if I trust more? Same process and follow your breath and reprogram that. Notice how that feels when you do that.
Okay.
Does it feel different?
Yeah, my solar plexus released a lot again.
Okay, so just so you know that each time we work on a layer, it goes deeper and deeper and deeper. And then if I, were to do a private session with you or we have more one-on-one time, we get to the point where the mind is completely still. Like you came in, it's like the mind came in, think about this issue anymore. Okay?
Yeah.
And it's like your mind's totally at peace or stillness. So just so you know, my experience with pain is that it seems like there's this pain sensation we all can have, and then there is a psychological pain. Okay, and it seems like when we have more psychological pain, the experience we're going through is actually more painful. But if you take out the psychological part of it, then it's just a sensation, which will pass. It's just like bad weather; it passes. Okay, good. Is there anybody that have
Thank you
fear?
so much.
Yeah, you're very welcome, Joyce. Is there anybody that have fear or some traumas? They don't even like going to the dentist. It terrifies them. Does anybody have something like that? No? Okay. All right, good.
I don't have a fear of the dentist, but I have a very profound and nagging fear of death.
Okay. All right. Let's work on that for a little bit. And okay. So let's get the the stress down for you a little, a bit. It may take if this is a painful thing. This could take a lot longer than a few minutes here, just so we want to give you some relief. So for anybody else that have similar fears like that, let's work on that. Okay, so follow your breath. So set the intention to and dissolve whatever I'm kind of suggesting or guiding you through. Work on letting go, follow your breath to dissolve not feeling safe. Especially connected to child's experiences. You don't have to know exactly the details, and just set the intention to let go of that. And now do this for your tailbone. Okay, fear of death, not feeling safe in your tailbone. Okay, or again, upper body issues connected to lower body issues, and dissolve the fear of not feeling safe and not trusting. And now we want to reprogram this part of you, and just say to the tailbone by your intention, following your breath, which is, what if I could trust more? What if I could let go of this fear? What if I could trust life more? And follow your breath. What if I'm always loved? Okay. What if I have more faith? Okay. And now notice how you feel. I forgot to ask you what you started with.
It doesn't really matter right now.
Right. Can you feel a shift?
I feel a lot of relaxation. I don't feel a shift in my belief, but I feel momentarily a lot of relaxation.
Okay, good. So in your gut, the belief is held in your gut. So reprogram for earlier life again, and just say, what if I could trust more? What if I can let go of not feeling safe? Okay, and follow your breath. So in your gut, there's resistance. Say, I don't want to let go of this belief.
Yes.
Okay.
There's
There's
resistance. I'd like to let go. I feel resistance in my gut. Exactly.
yeah, it's not safe to let go. Okay.
Yeah.
It's not safe to let go. It's not safe to trust life. It's not safe to trust there's like an intelligence in the world that loves you, protects you. You know, you can call it God or the divine, whatever your word is. So it's not safe to trust this universal intelligence.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So I want you to reprogram it that by just saying, what if I could trust more? Trust that there's this life force that's looking after me. And follow your breath. Say that to your gut area. What if I could trust more and let go, or open the door to letting go of this belief? And follow your breath. Okay, check again. How does that feel now? Do you feel the door is opening?
Conceptually, yes, but in my body, no. You know, I know, as you say, this is so deeply ingrained.
Yeah.
But I appreciate, the conceptual thing of it, but I still feel a lot of pain in my gut about the
Yeah. Okay. See, with you, we actually have to address a number of things. If I lay out a map for you, whether you do your own work or with a practitioner, you have to address your beliefs about pain. Okay.
Right. Uh-huh.
So if you have beliefs about pain,
Mhm.
like I just talked about a few minutes ago, pain is 90% psychological.
Mhm.
10% or 5% is the actual pain sensation.
Mhm.
Okay. So if you could address the 90%, you have to, how do I say it? It's like there's a spiritual teaching here. It says we're not the body, right?
Mhm.
So if we're very attached to the body
Mhm.
and we're constantly trying to avoid pain and everything, so there's a number of beliefs connected to being attached to the body and fear of pain. Once your beliefs about pain changes, then this belief about death can also change.
Mhm.
This is kind of like an overview that can take you some some time. It's not easily done overnight. I'll give you an example why it's not easily done overnight. In the mountain here, it's very auspicious to walk around the mountain. And the path, roads around it, it's 14-kilometer walk, about 3-hour walk. But the Indians walk barefoot. Okay? And it took me about 7 years before I could walk the whole mountain barefoot. Because I had all the psychological fear. What if I catch a disease? What if there's bacteria? What if, my foot gets infected? And little by little, I started to wear my shoes less, and I started walking around the mountain because there's cows. It's painful. uh, uh, and finally, it took 7 years, and now I could do it. And the energy of this place is incredible. And but it continuously to teach you, if we want to have less suffering, we have to shift towards this attachment to this physical body to have an experiential understanding. I am not the body. If you start to experience it more and more, that's where you have more happiness. And if your whole life is surrounded by fear of pain or fear of death,
Yes.
life can be a bit miserable. Okay, so I kind of gave you an outline. What you need to do is that you want to continuously, I don't know what your background is, but to either to do it yourself or to get support to develop some skills and move to this direction. And then you'll have probably a much more peaceful life.
Very good. Thank you, Paul. I appreciate it.
Yes.
Bless you.
Yes, you're welcome. Does anybody have TMJ? I mean, I worked on the lady the first time. Nothing, no other dental issues, right? Otherwise, I could do a group thing if no specific dental issues. Nobody have a specific one?
Paul, hi, can you hear me?
I can't. I'm sorry. Can you speak up a little bit?
Hold on.
I don't know who I'm speaking with.
How is it now? Is it
something.
better?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Hi. So my issues is that from pretty much my whole life, I keep having cavities a whole lot. They keep coming back, even on teeth that were worked on. And then from young, being a young teenager, I lost a couple of teeth in the back because of really bad cavities that were not treated. And then as an adult, like in the last 2 years, I lost 2 of my front teeth, which I'm currently having an implant work right now, which is healing. So
Okay.
I guess I'm not really, I had some work done that was really traumatizing, but I was able to work through it. And now I'm okay. So I'm not really having pains or anything. I might have some TMJ, but not that it creates me headaches or anything like that. So I guess I'm wondering if you could speak more of the metaphysical aspect of losing teeth and having these cavities all the time. And
Okay.
I have a pretty clean diet, so I don't think it's like the sugar, like the regular dentists might say.
Yeah, so it's a psychological response, basically, right? You're talking about? Okay, so
It's
is that
definitely it's creating anxiety, and yeah, it's creating anxiety in my life. Yeah.
okay? I want to say that when you have less anxiety, you actually have a natural, when you're more peaceful and less anxiety, you actually naturally want to take care better of yourself, stay healthier. You lose interest in stuff that is not good for you, like candy and stuff like that, or sugar. You just don't have an interest to actually gulp down, a Slurpee from 7-Eleven, or eat
That's
5
true.
candy bars. I just
I see that in
like,
me. Yeah.
okay, as I started going down this meditation path, I haven't touched a candy bar, just no interest. Just alcohol, any of those things that used to be very interesting. Anything that's kind of destructive for you that we do on an overdose sometimes. What I mean is behavior patterns. Sometimes we talk too much, or we might gossip, or we might get sucked up in negativity or news, or you just start to lose interest. It's not because I force myself. It's not a motivational thing that I have to go to a motivational speaker to get myself pumped up to do the right thing. You just naturally do it. Okay? So when you work on what's behind the anxiety, then you start to naturally, your body is actually a natural healing organ. We're always naturally healing. But if we get in our way with our anxieties and our stuff, then we accelerate our deterioration. Okay, so let's work on some of that you talked about. If you say you do have TMJ, or you don't have it right now, or could you feel something, or you don't feel anything?
Well, right now it's a bit of a interesting situation because I was in a car accident about a month ago, and I'm doing physical therapy, but I have like a constant almost headache and tension because my upper body and shoulder and neck were affected, and I have this tension headache. So I don't think it's TMG. I think it's just my dentist tells me that she actually made me this thing to wear at night because she thinks I have TMG, but I'm like, I don't know. I'm not really
Okay,
wearing it.
so let's work on it. It started happening after the accident, right?
The headaches, yeah.
Okay, so all right, so let's ask yourself like a psychological response, 0 to 10. 0 is peaceful, 10 is the highest. What number are you?
Okay, if the pain is created by a psychological response.
Yeah, just think about, like, you could always ask your body unconsciously. Is my body at peace with these experiences? 0. If my body's not at peace, give me a number. 0 to 10. What number
7.
pops up?
7.
Okay, let's work with that. So, okay, so again, for anybody that has anything similar, you just put your hand on their heart, and then you follow your breath. And I think anybody that we worked on earlier, you could use these and continue to kind of release more. So follow your breath. Start to set the intention to follow your breath and let go of not feeling safe. And not trusting. Follow your breath. Any type of fears, any type of childhood fears, childhood not feeling safe, and also ancestors' fears. Ancestors not feeling safe. Okay, follow your breath. And now I want you to start reprogramming by just saying, what if I can actually trust more? What if you could reprogram the ancestors' responses in you. by saying, what if I could, set the intention? What if I could trust more instead of being fearful? Okay. What if I could trust life more and follow your breath? So you want to kind of by intention feel into the pain of the accident or the trauma or whatever it is. Just by intention, feel into it. One of the keys of this work is that you want to feel rather than avoid. To be feeling into it, be present to it. It's not no longer about avoiding pain anymore. It's engaging it, embracing it, being present to it. Like if a child's crying, you give the child a hug, or being present to the child, instead of running away from the pain or avoiding it. So engage in it, be present, follow your breath. Touch the part, whether you're conscious or not conscious, that hurts. Touch it by your intention. Touching it means you're feeling it to process it with your heart. And follow your breath. So sometimes life gives us experiences that cause us to close our heart. Okay? So we want to close our heart. So you want to touch the pain that's causing you to close your heart. Just by your intention, touch it and follow your breath. Touch anything about not feeling safe and follow your breath. Anything about not trusting life or the universe or the divine, touch it and follow your breath. Okay, so now I want you to start reprogramming, which is to say, what if I could trust more? What if I could trust life more? What if I could let this go? Okay. What if I could have more faith? Okay, so notice how you feel. You started at 7. What number are you at now?
Comes up to.
Okay, good. So do not safe to fully let go and follow your breath. Fear of fully letting it go. So say it to your body. What if I fully trust and fully let go? Fully trust life, fully trust the universal intelligence, the divine, and follow your breath. Okay, notice how that feels now.
So it feels like a melting away of the tension, especially here, the one that's in the back of my neck going up into my head. So the whole overall tension in my head lessened. And as I was feeling into this, it came to me that I had a huge resistance in accepting this accident in my life. And
Yes.
literally for the first couple of weeks, I just refused to even pay attention to my body who was in pain, because I was just so upset, and it was just such a bad timing in my life, and it's just a whole lot happening. And it's just this anger, like, why is this happening? Like, I don't have time to deal with this right now. And
yes.
And the heart, it's a lot of tension and a lot of pain feels in the back of the heart, which is the receiving angle.
So I want to add on what you said. This is a very important lesson for people to get. One of the key life lessons that we have to learn is our body has to accept what is. What is that instead of arguing with life.
Yeah.
Give me an example. Your example, or with an athlete. Like an athlete was going to be maybe win the Olympics or become a pro, whatever, ball player, and then they get injured, and they put all this effort and time to achieving their goal or whatever, and now they can't get there, and now for years later they haven't processed this grieving. They haven't grieved fully. They haven't
Yeah.
fully let go to accept life as what is, fully love life as what is, because they're saying life should have been like this, should have been like that. It's not a, there's some people that have taught this and you might have heard it as a concept, but the concept, if you're still suffering, the concept has to turn into living experience in the body. If your body doesn't get it, then you will suffer more. So your body has to accept what is and love what is. Like if somebody breaks up with you and you're like, you had that perfect dream life planned out and it didn't work out, and because that person left you, and you're still thinking about it years later, okay, then you haven't processed the suffering. Okay, I'm kind of giving an example. Another example, I heard it from a spiritual teacher, Adyashanti. He's like, there's a father who has a, like a handicapped child, and all his life he's planning the child's life out. He's going to go to college with kids, but now life gives him a handicapped child, and years later he's still not over it. So he hasn't accepted life as what is. Your body, you want to reprogram the body so the body accepts life as what is. So, so you want to, for yourself, just about the accident, you could just do or what if I fully love and accept the experience instead of resisting it? What if I fully let go? And what if I fully love and accept it and follow your breath?
Okay. Thank you. And thank you for mentioning meditation, because I've been a strong meditator, and then my life got turned upside down, and I stopped meditating, and now it's coming around back in my life. And you just validated and reinforced the meditation as part of my routine that I needed. Thank you.
Yeah. A lot of people don't want to do meditation because meditation brings up other stuff. Okay.
Yeah.
But if you don't deal with your stuff, you're gonna have to deal with it later. That's just how life is.
Yeah, I just want to say for those who are not meditators, because when I started meditating, the first several months, the first 15, 20 minutes, I would just spend crying and crying and crying, like so deeply. And then I would allow myself to process those emotions and feelings. And then I would spend another 20, 30 minutes kind of literally meditating afterwards. So
yes, that's good.
Don't get discouraged if that happens. For me, it was a very nice process.
Yeah, I want to comment on that. When you're meditating or anything bad happens in life, we want to do as best as we can to observe it rather than to judge it. And when we observe it and being present to it, if people can't sit to do meditation because of health issues, go for a walk in the forest. The key is to have a long time in silence. Don't be playing on your computer or doing other things, because that's not getting you to process anything. So if you can't close your eyes, go for a walk by yourself, or it's not a chat time with your best friend when you go on a walk. That's not going to do you anything. So those are some tips. So I could do a final group session for everybody. Whatever that you are
Paul,
dealing with.
I think that would be great, Paul. I think we still got time for a group session. That would be super. One of the things that I like to share with my clients about meditation is I tell them, just start. Some people get overwhelmed by thinking they've got to do so much a certain time and so much a certain time. I think just starting is a good thing. And you get, start out a little bit and a little bit more and a little bit more. So you get a body and mind used to the idea of meditating. And then it'll be like, that was good yesterday. I'm going to meditate more today.
Yeah, that's a great point. So start with 5 minutes, like Don
just
said.
Start.
Yeah, just start 1 minute or whatever, 30 seconds, whatever you could do. Start and then build up 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, and then if you get totally passionate about it, then you come to India like I do. So
and walk around your mountain. Where are you in India?
I am in this area called Arunachala. in Tiruvannamalai, which is in, to fly to this area, you have to fly into Chennai. That's another big city in India. And then you take a taxi, and it's like a 3-4 hour taxi ride. So yeah, after the group, I'll show you a picture of the mountain. I'll take my computer out of the room and show it you, so you can all kind of absorb it and get the blessings of the mountain.
Thank you.
So yeah, you're welcome. So I'll do a group thing for everybody that has something, or we started working on something, and we could continue releasing whatever that is causing you to be stuck. Okay, so everybody, with your hand on your heart, follow your breath. Just become aware of your heart, become aware of your breath. So again, we're going to start with whatever unconscious that hasn't been processed, whatever that's not safe. Set the intention to let that go and follow your breath. Whatever that you're not at peace with, follow your breath and start releasing, start letting it go. Whatever that the unconscious that you're not fully at trust with, at peace or trusting. If there's anything that you're not conscious of that's hurting, okay, unprocessed stuff, I want you to just set the intention to touch it. Okay, to touch it, touching by your intention. And touching means connecting with your heart. So the heart is the source of the connection to everything in life. So touch it with your heart, because the intelligence in the heart is going to help you process it and let it go. Okay, so touch that with your heart, follow your breath. If you have doubts about life, uncertainty, whatever that is making you not be at peaceful, not happy, making you maybe a bit angry, making you restless, whatever that's the driver, I want you to set the intention and touch the driver. Touch the part that hurts, that's hurting, the part that is not willing to let go or resisting to let go, fear of letting it go, not having faith in life, not willing to open up, not willing to open the heart. So why I'm mentioning these things is by mentioning it, by bringing it to your attention, the conscious mind can observe it. Observing it once you observe it, you can let go. So touch all these areas, touch the parts that you don't want to go to, that you're afraid to go to, that you're maybe afraid to open the door, afraid of that can of worms, okay? So if you truly want to heal deeply, don't be afraid of those can of worms. You want to deal with it sooner than later. If not, then you suffer longer. So if there is something that you want to open up and touch it. Feel it with your heart, process it. Follow your breath. What if I could trust more? Okay? Say that to start reprogramming. What if I could trust more? Tell the body, what if I could trust more? What if I could let go of this not feeling safe? What if I could trust the universe more? What if I could have more faith in the universe? What if I could have more inner peace? Okay, and follow your breath. So just hold a moment of silence. We just kind of close out the meditation, integrate and close out and give whatever you want to give to the heart. Let the heart process it, and to let it go, and open the door for something new or something you're not. If like letting go of the past, letting go of the old stuff is like kind of scary. Just say, what if I could trust more? What if I could trust more? Trust more to deal with any type of uncertainties, and follow your breath. Okay, so we finished, and thank you for inviting me, David and Donald. So if you guys want to get a hold of me, you could find me at the heartwisdomprocess.com. I could put up the last slide so people could see it, and then for anyone that's got deeper issues that they want to either work with me or a practitioner, we have like different ways to support people on all different budgets. So in fact, a couple of my practitioners are online. One from Egypt, Mara. Hi, Mara. She's actually a dentist, and Jamina is from Paris. I think it's really early up there.
Paris.
So.
I saw we have one from London. Somebody put in the chat. So you have attracted everybody from the world to come see you tonight. That's wonderful.
Yeah.
That's
Chin's from Malaysia. So.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So I sent out to everybody to. Hi, Chen. It's good to meet you. I actually never saw her in the Zoom before. We talked, but yeah.
Hi, Paul. Hi, everyone.
So,
welcome. Paul,
so yeah.
in the emails that I sent out is all of Paul's information, so you can go back and click on that and connect with Paul and get further information, further training. His website has an amazing amount of videos that you can click on and get some good training with that.
Yeah.
Definitely, we have a gifted healer here, and we're blessed that he was able to take time from coming all the way from India to come to the Leaning Tower here.
Yeah, this is a perfect timing for doing this call, because tomorrow your time is starting the rise of the new moon, and during the new moon, the full moon time, energy is very intense. So it's a great opportunity, especially we're in Mercury retrograde right now, to do inner work. So do more inner work rather than outer work. Is if you have to fix the house or get business deals done, kind of put that off a little bit until Mercury retrograde is finished. And this is a good time to keep doing your inner work. So yeah, if anybody want to get a hold of me, heartwisdomprocess.com. And I'm gonna show you guys the mountain right now. Okay. Can you kind of see it? There's a glare.
Oh, yeah.
So this is the Arunachala mountain, and it's known to the sages that it's older than the Himalayas. It's been here since the beginning of time. So wow. Get a good glimpse of it. They're saying that there's eras of humanity when people's third eye is fully open and they could see the auras of everything. That this mountain, if the third eye, the aura is open, then you could see that this is a golden mountain rather than a regular mountain. So
good.
So I want to share this with you. That's why I'm here, and it's hard to leave. And perhaps I'll see you maybe in Chicago this year.
How big is the place you live? How we could all come visit you?
Yeah, you can. There's an ashram nearby, Ramana Maharishi's ashram. So he's a sage or a saint that became self-realized when he was 16. And I think he passed in the 1920s or something like that. And his ashram's here, and you could go there and meditate. It's a great spot for meditation. And there's many sages and saints that's been here, and it's just a very special place. So if anybody feels a calling to visit one day, you're certainly welcome to come here. So yeah, that's about it for my presentation. Is there any more other questions or anything else before I take off?
And have breakfast.
Oh yes, I'm gonna go have breakfast soon.
Yeah.
Did somebody raise their hand? Shelley, did you have a question, Shelley?
No, it's not a question. I just want to thank you deeply so much for the session, for the one-on-one time that you gave me in the beginning of this call. Thank you so much.
Oh yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. I'm happy to be here. I'm happy David and Donald invited me. Maybe I'll see you guys this year.
At least in October, right? At least we'll see you in October, if not before.
You know, I'm basically extending my visa because they're not letting any foreigners come. You know, and I'm just extending my visa month by month. And if it was regular time, I would have to left. They only let you stay 6 months at a time, and then you have to go get a new visa. But because of this is actually a good opportunity to stay here longer. So.
Well, I mean, we'll see you online in October because the conference is online.
Yeah, online. I'll be doing a class about how to do text sessions, how to do text and remote sessions, and because since we're doing online, more people could probably join us that can't normally travel to Chicago, and I may submit a pre-conference if there's a slot that opens up, because the heart wisdom process I may do like a fundamental training if there's enough interest for that.
Yeah, well, like I said, submit it on the website, and I'll make sure that it gets heard.
Okay.
For views.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming and doing this with us today.
It's
taking the time
it's been a lot of fun, and good to talk to all of you in the States. Things are gonna pass, and we're gonna be all good. So.
I'd like to thank you too for your presentation.
Yeah. Thank you so much for joining. I will talk to some of you soon.
Thank you very much, Paul.
That was very interesting. Thank you.
See everybody next month.
Have a good breakfast. Bon appetit.
Bon appetit. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, Paul.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Next month, second Tuesday, we'll see all of you at the Leaning Tower Y.
And thank you, Donald and David.
It should be Kayla Bailey next month. We haven't picked the topic yet, but Kayla Bailey's going to talk about hypnosis and cancer treatment and stuff. She works at a cancer clinic and does hypnosis there. Should be really fascinating.
She spoke at the conference last October, and she was really good. So it's good to have her coming in next month. So that'll be good. March, second Tuesday. Thanks again, everybody. Stay well.